Hello Internet, it's Roshi, and I'm back with another reaction. This time I'm going to be watching Emilie's collected Miscellany, and then I'm going to try out her trial. So, let's get into it.
If you're looking for a souvenir from Fontaine, perfume is an excellent choice. Although if you're as clueless as I am, you may find that you need a good consultant to help you find your signature scent.
Me too, Dainsleif. I don't know anything about
As a renowned
perfumes.
perfumer, Emilie is well versed in botany. And with a dendrovision at her disposal, she can put this knowledge to even greater use. Emilie's normal attack can combo up to 4 spear strikes, dealing physical damage to enemies.
I like her weapon.
Her charged attack consumes a set amount of stamina to perform an upward slash.
Oh, that's actually different.
With her elemental skill, Emilie creates a Lumiduce case.
It's not the spinny
dealing
spear
AoE
move.
dendro damage. The Lumiduce case periodically fires puffs of pure dew at nearby enemies, dealing dendro damage. In addition, if a nearby enemy is burning, the Lumiduce case will generate scents at set intervals. A maximum of 1 scent can be created in this manner per interval. The Lumiduce case will then collect nearby scents, and after collecting 2 scents, it will upgrade by 1 level. After upgrading, the Lumiduce case fires an extra puff of pure dew when it attacks.
It's just like a turret, like a
Both the
totem
range and
thing.
damage of these attacks are increased.
And you can make it
Only
stronger
one
by the
Lumiduce
burning
case
effect.
created by Emilie can exist at a time. The Lumiduce case is created at level 1 and can be upgraded to a maximum of level 2. An active Lumiduce case that has not collected any scents for a set period will revert back to level 1.
Okay. So
At
you have to
certain
kind of keep
intervals,
buffing
after
it
Emilie
by
creates a Lumiduce
doing your
case in
burning
this
stuff.
manner, a Spirit Breath Thorn will descend and pierce enemies, dealing Numa-aligned dendro damage. After unlocking the talent Lingering Fragrance, a level 2 Lumiduce case will consume every 2 scents collected to release Clear Dew Cologne, dealing AoE dendro damage equal to a percentage of Emilie's attack. This damage is not considered elemental skill damage.
scales with attack.
While a Lumiduce case created by Emilie is on the field, her passive talent, Headspace Capture, will increase all nearby party members' pyro resistance against burning damage.
Which is cool because you're running around in the fire.
By transforming fragrances into pure dendro energy, Emilie's Elemental Burst creates a level 3 Lumiduce case and collects any existing Lumiduce case on the field. Instead of collecting nearby scents, the level 3 Lumiduce case rains down scented dew onto enemies in range, dealing dendro damage.
She has a cool
When her
burst
elemental
animation.
burst expires, a new level 1 Lumiduce case will be created. Or if a Lumiduce case was collected when she cast her burst, the collected case will be restored and its duration reset. Using Emilie's elemental skill while her burst is still active will not generate a Lumiduce case. Through her unique distillation process, Emilie can extract a plant's most potent essence. After unlocking the talent Rectification, damage dealt by Emilie to burning enemies will increase by an amount based on her attack. There is a limit to the damage increase that can be gained in this way.
Okay.
Emilie tends to avoid danger, but in an emergency, her arsenal of proprietary fragrances can be used for self-defense. In battle, Emilie first summons a Lumiduce case with her elemental skill to deal dendro damage to her enemies. Then, she steadily breaks them down by working with her teammates to trigger the burning reaction, causing enemies to continuously lose HP. When energy is full, she unleashes her elemental burst to create a level 3 Lumiduce case, which uses scented dew to deal greater damage, and leaves a new case behind in its wake. Faced with a constant onslaught of potent fragrances, her enemies are powerless to resist.
I see. That's cool.
The scents of nature are infinitely diverse, yet still people mix and match to try and create something with a more personal touch. Some might want a fragrance to hide behind, while others may hope to relive a treasured memory with a specific scent. There may be a lucrative market for the perfumer who strives to craft perfumes that meet specific needs, but in Emilie's experience, scent is simply too personal. No fragrance can ever mean the same thing to two different people. So instead of trying to cater to others, she simply lets her imagination run wild, leaving the question of what each scent means for the wearer to decide.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Emily's definitely a character that has a very cool niche mechanic. I like that she has her Lumiduce thing, acts as a totem, as a turret, hits the enemies, has quite a range to it as well, which is very nice. And it seems like you play as her as you set up, you do your skill, you set that thing out, you switch to your pyro characters, they cause a bunch of burning, things are going off, the Lumiduce case is absorbing those scents, and it's shooting more rapidly. You switch back and you do her burst, and another case is formed, and there's crazy raining down perfume damage, and it's really cool. It's a very interesting mechanic, and I can see why quite a few people seem to be very excited. And with that said, it's time to play the trial. Okay, so now we are in the trial here with Emilie, and let's take a look at what she's got going on. All right. So the party that they give us is Carrara, Gaming, and Bennett. Makes sense. And let's see, her weapon is very cool. It kind of has like a unicorn aesthetic. Wait, hold on. Let's get a better look. Okay. So, like I've said before, her design, it's actually growing on me a little bit, but if I'm going to be 100% honest, I still think it could be better. Not saying it's bad, but there's just a couple things that I feel are very repetitive with like other characters. She kind of has like a cross between like she has like a Lisa vibe to her. She has like the Kaveh kind of hairstyle and stuff. It does feel Fontaine though. Like there is this European feel to it. I'm not sure if I'm too crazy about how her dress gets split all the way up her thigh, but it's like towards the front instead of like the side. Like I feel like if it was more along here, that would make more sense. I mean, I'm not really complaining too much. I'm just like, I don't know. It's a choice was made, but that's fine. It's fine. Yeah, her shoes are okay. The bows are actually on the shoes. Wasn't there a character where the bows looked like they were like on the ankles themselves? I thought it was this one, but I could be mistaken. Either way, the shoes, they're fine now. It's all these characters who fight in heels. Talented. I'd be dead. Just putting them on. The dress details are very nice. I do like this. I do like this a lot. And I do kind of like the sparkly effect. Like Ganyu has something similar on her alternate outfit, her dress that she has, where it's like kind of like a Starry Night feel because it's like dark blues and purples and with like the speckle effect. It's cool to see green with that because I don't feel like a Starry Night, but I do get the feeling of like a sense, some kind of aroma, something mystical, something that's like there, but a little fantastical. I keep wanting to say like some like ethereal thing, but there's like a mystical nature to it in another way that I really do enjoy. The sleeveless thing, this is probably what I'm not a super huge fan of as far as her outfit goes in general, is that it's like I just can't tell what this whole situation is. It's like, do the sleeves stay on because the upper part of them are stickers? Like that kind of throws me off a little bit. But it's fine. It's not terrible. It looks nice. We actually can't think practicality when it comes to Genshin Impact players. Not players. Well, sure, same. But when it comes to Genshin Impact characters, we can't really think of practicality, what makes sense, because it's fantastical and it's not going to make sense. If you complain about one thing about a character and like something else, it might not make sense for another character. I don't know. The hat does look more like a plate than it does a hat. There is no real hat part, just like a ribbon thing going on. So I do wish that this looked a little more like a hat. Then again, it is tied to her head, so it's not like floating there for no reason. It's a decorative headpiece, so it's okay. It's not terrible. I would have preferred a slightly different design, but I think overall it works. This looks cool. I don't know if it... no, I'm okay with this. I'm okay with like the cloth coming from the hat. What I am not a huge fan of are these dangles, these two things, these two ribbons. They're unnecessary. They're not needed. I know that they're on the backs of all sorts of characters to have like stuff moving around, so like the back of the character is interesting when you're walking around. This could have been different, in my opinion. And I'm never a huge fan of like the metal bits at the end of these. I know it could be argued that, oh, it's a light metal. Sure, I guess, but they would have to be. They would have to be, right? I don't know. For me, it just kind of throws me off a little bit. But anyway, color scheme is fine. Greens, blacks, gold, and then she's got like this yellow thing here. I'm not sure how I feel about this that she's got kind of hanging over her chest. I feel like this was the flower. I can't remember the name of it. It's reminiscent of the flower that was in the Arlecchino Ember Fire animated short that was linked to Clairvy. I could be wrong, but that's what it reminds me of. I don't know if there's any significance to that. Maybe I'll find out. Maybe not. But regardless, she's all right. I like that we have a character with glasses. That's cool. And yeah. All right. So I just wanted to talk about her design real quick from, before. I know I talked about it before, but that was like on a stream. I wanted to do it here so you guys have like a general thought. A general idea of what I was trying to say. I guess like if I was going to rate this from like a scale of between 1 to 10, 10 being god tier, 1 being absolute trash, I think she gets a solid 5. She's right down the middle. I think she's kind of like an inch above some very basic looking characters. She still has a lot of things that make her pretty, but I feel like there could have been something else or tweaked to make her stand out a little more. She feels like a fancy NPC. But that's just how I feel about it. Does she look bad? No, I don't think she looks bad. She's still pretty cool, and I could see her style growing on me after time, and just yeah. Like I'm looking at these tails right now, right here, and I like these. Like I like these a lot with the gold flower design on them and how they're overlapping this and how they're connected to her corset thing that she's got. I think her midsection is really good, and I like the dress. I just wish the cut wasn't almost smack dab in the middle. I know it's off to the side, but like it's I'd like it more to the side personally. But yeah, it's cool. Let's look at her weapon. Okay, all right. So just in game when I was swinging it around, I wanted to say I got like a unicorn vibe to it because it's got like a horn thing. But now that we're seeing it up close, there's a flower. There's a lot of flower imagery. This is a sick looking weapon. This Lumideus Elegy looks incredible. I love this weapon. And I love how there's like this swirling energy around this crystal that's pointing inward towards it. how it's just looped. You have the flower, like it's beautiful. This is a gorgeous weapon. Oh my god. Okay. And it has like fine details down the shaft of it. That's great. Okay. Let's just mess around for a second. All right, cool. I love that. Oh my god, and look at the little flowers and the petals, the after image. Like you have like these sparks of light with the little flowers. That's great. That's a great little attention to detail there. And I also like, I imagine that she's a human, and most human characters that are polearm users have the silly little Meta Knight, you know, Super Smash Brothers spin dash thing for their charge attack, and I'm so sick of it. And I just hate the excuse where it's just kind of like, oh, well, you know, it's just because they're human and human characters do that. What human can do that? This makes more sense to me, and it looks better. So I like that. And you even have like the rocks fly up from the ground because she grinds it across the ground first. Like that's cool. They did put attention in some of these very basic details that I constantly complain about. Anyway, I know she has a 5-star though. She has a 5-star, so maybe of course they felt like she has to have better. What's another pole arm user that's a 5-star that has a different charge animation? That's not an Archon. Anyway, if you know, you can tell me in the comments down below, because off the top of my head, I can't think of one. I'm sure that there are, but yeah. And I know people are sick of me talking about the charge attacks and stuff. My point here is that this is good. I like this. This is good. I'm glad that this feels a little more unique. But yeah. She cool. All right, let's get the show going. Let's just mess around. Oh. Okay. I don't think I should have done that, but I did. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Emilie is fun. She's fun to play. If you want that team that works with burning as a mechanic, to have this little totem thing that's constantly helping you on the field as long as you kind of keep those effects up, it's good. She's fun. I heard some people were upset who haven't pulled for her yet or don't have the ability to do so because she has some great gameplay combat mechanics that are really strong. But hopefully that there is a rerun sooner than later, that they don't botch it by having other characters that are like must-gets and so on and so forth. That's just my opinion about it. I think she's great. She's cool. Am I going to pull for her? No, because I'm just saving for Ganyu and other members of the team that I want. I'm essentially working my way towards a freeze team first and foremost. And that's what I want. So I already have an idea, and that's pretty much it. But she is cool, and respect if you pulled for her. But yeah, that's all the time I have for right now, so if you enjoyed this, let me know by liking the video, leaving a comment down below, and checking out the description for additional ways of how to support me. Every little bit counts. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. And until next time, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.